Cathy Engelbert clarifies controversial Caitlin Clark Angel Reese rivalry comments. WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert brought a bit of firestorm upon herself when she didn't outright condemn the vitriol-filled social media discourse surrounding the rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, the rookies who have combined to bring the most attention to the women's game to this point in time. Engelbert even compared Clark and Reese's rivalry to that of Magic Johnson and Larry Bird's, and even relished the attention, negativity notwithstanding, that their rivalry has brought upon the WNBA. Engelbert's comments spark heated reactions from the WNBA community, especially amid the racially charged negativity that has beset the discourse surrounding Clark and Reese's rivalry. Now that Engelbert has received plenty of dissent from prominent WNBA players, including, but not limited to, Breanna Stewart, Sydney Colson, and Alicia Clark, the WNBA commissioner has issued a stronger stand against the hatred both Clark and Reese have been on the receiving end of. During a recent media interview, I was asked about the dark side of social media, an online conversation about WNBA rivalries and race. To be clear, there is absolutely no place for hate or racism of any kind in the WNBA or anywhere else, Engelbert wrote on her official account on X, formerly known as Twitter. This concrete stand is exactly what Breanna Stewart asked Cathy Engelbert to take. The New York Liberty forward called upon the WNBA commissioner to use her position of power to influence change for the better. And this resolute stand against hate and racism is welcome amid the raging heated debate on social media between supporters of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. At the end of the day, both Clark and Reese have their own set of merits that make them, and in turn the WNBA, well worth watching. Fans must take a chill pill when it comes to defending either of these players, as they need not resort to cheap and racist insults to make the other look better. Perhaps Engelbert's comments could spur a wave of change in this regard, although given how negativity is the default in social media, anyone better not hold their breaths. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese's rivalry exposes the good and bad of social media. There is no question that both Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have had a strong impact on WNBA viewership numbers, with the former causing sellout crowds night after night as she sets record after record, while leading the Indiana Fever to a playoff berth. Meanwhile, the latter has also been influential, thanks to her social media presence, marketing appeal, and her historic rebounding numbers. But Clark and Reese have been pitted against one another ever since the latter taunted the former in the 2023 NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament Championship game. Reese garnered plenty of negative attention in that moment, as Clark had emerged as a major fan favorite thanks to her dazzling display at the point guard position, displaying scoring range that's reminiscent of Stephen Curry, while creating offense for her teammates like she's Chris Paul. From there, the negativity has followed Reese, while Clark has remained a fan favorite on social media. This is where the subject of race has come to the forefront, with a subset of both players' fanbase crossing the line in defending the woman they're rooting for. But now, the hope is that the overwhelming negativity surrounding this rivalry dies down, and that both sides come to an acceptance of each player's value as they emerge as two of the most recognizable players in the WNBA for the foreseeable future.